The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Elena Vasquez stood before the assembled representatives of 47 species. Her dark eyes swept across the amphitheater, taking in the nervous flutter of Altarian wing membranes, the rapid color shifts of anxious chromatic delegates, and the telltale heat signatures radiating from the usually composed thermal lords. "The human response is simple," Elena said, her voice carrying clearly through the universal translators. "No." High Counselor Zephi's tentacles writhed in what his species considered polite confusion. The ancient Vorthon had mediated galactic disputes for 3 centuries, and never had he encountered such bluntness. "Ambassador Vasquez," Zephi's harmonic voice resonated through the chamber. "Surely you misunderstand the gravity of the Zarathi Empire's offer. They propose to spare 90% of human colonies in exchange for your unconditional surrender. This is unprecedented mercy from them." Elena's laugh was sharp, bitter. "Mercy? They've already glassed 12 of our worlds. 7 billion people gone. And you call their offer to maybe not kill the rest of us mercy?" A ripple of unease passed through the assembly. The Kalthori delegate, her crystalline form chiming softly, spoke up. "But Ambassador, the Zarathi are offering negotiation. In galactic law, when a superior force extends terms—" "Stop right there," Elena cut her off, raising a hand. "I need to make something crystal clear to this council. Humans don't negotiate with murderers." The Zarathi representative, a towering insectoid creature with razor-sharp mandibles, clicked his amusement. "How delightfully primitive. Your species faces extinction, yet you cling to these moral absolutes. We have conquered 67 star systems. Your military is outnumbered 3-1. Logic demands surrender." Elena turned to face the Zarathi directly, and something in her expression made several nearby delegates unconsciously lean away. "Commander Zilthak, isn't it? Let me tell you about human logic. We tracked your fleet movements after you destroyed Kepler 442b. We know about the civilian transports you obliterated while they were evacuating children. We know about the hospital ship you targeted specifically because it couldn't fight back." The chamber grew colder. Elena's voice dropped to barely above a whisper, yet every being present hung on her words. "You want to know what humans do to creatures like you? We don't negotiate. We don't compromise. We don't show mercy." Her smile was predatory. "We hunt you down and make sure you never hurt anyone again." High Counselor Zephi's tentacles had gone completely still, a sign of deep alarm among his kind. "Ambassador, surely you cannot mean to continue this war against impossible odds. The casualties will be acceptable," Elena finished, "because some things matter more than survival. Some things matter more than victory." She paused, letting her gaze sweep the chamber again. "Some things matter more than fear." The Zarathi commander's mandibles spread in what might have been laughter. Brave words from a dying species. "Your righteousness will make excellent epitaphs for your tombstones." "Will it?" Elena smiled again, and this time several delegates recognized the expression from human historical documentaries. The same look their warriors wore before impossible charges, before last stands, before moments that changed the course of history. "Let me share some recent intelligence with the Council." She activated her holographic display, showing star charts marked with red and blue indicators. 3 hours ago, a joint human-AI fleet emerged from hyperspace in the Zarathi home system. Not to attack civilian targets, we're not like you, but to deliver a message directly to your high command. The Zarathi delegate's compound eyes fixed on the display, his earlier confidence wavering. "The message was simple," Elena continued. "Every human colony ship you've destroyed had a crew manifest. Every transport you obliterated had passenger lists. Every hospital ship carried medical personnel with names, faces, families. We know exactly how many murders you've committed, and we remember every single one." The hologram shifted, showing real-time footage of massive human dreadnoughts surrounding Zarathi Prime. "Our terms are equally simple: complete withdrawal from human space, surrender of all war criminals for trial, reparations for the families of your victims." Elena's voice hardened to steel. "And if you refuse, we'll demonstrate why humans are the only species in the galaxy that wages war on the concept of war itself." High Counselor Zephi spoke slowly, carefully. "Ambassador, are you threatening genocide?" "No," Elena replied immediately. "We don't slaughter civilians. We don't target the innocent. That's what separates us from them. She gestured toward the Zarathi delegate. But their military? Their government? Everyone who gave orders, followed orders, or cheered when those orders were carried out? They'll face justice, human justice. The Zarathi commander's posture had changed, his earlier arrogance replaced by something approaching fear. You cannot possibly have the resources to what? Fight a war of extinction against genocidal monsters? Elena's laugh was cold as vacuum. Commander, you made one critical error. You assumed humans value our own lives more than we value justice. You assumed we'd choose survival over righteousness. You assumed we were like you. She leaned forward, and her next words carried the weight of an entire species' resolve. We're not. The chamber erupted in chaos as the Zarathi delegate began frantically transmitting messages to his home fleet. But Elena wasn't finished. Let this be a lesson to the galaxy, she called out over the din. Humans don't negotiate with murderers. We don't compromise with genocidal maniacs. And we don't show mercy to those who show none themselves. Her voice carried absolute certainty. We are not the strongest species in the galaxy. We are not the smartest. But we are the only ones who will choose justice over survival, every single time. And that, she concluded as the Zarathi commander fled the chamber, makes us the most dangerous of all. The silence that followed lasted for nearly a full minute before High Counselor HFY spoke, his harmonic voice subdued. The Council recognizes the human position. Session adjourned. As the delegates dispersed, many found themselves glancing back at the lone human ambassador who had just redefined galactic diplomacy forever. Some looked with fear, others with respect, but all with the sudden understanding that humanity had introduced a new concept to the galaxy. There were fates worse than extinction, and humans would choose them gladly before bowing to monsters.